When will I be good enough to be all I wanna be? When?
So this strategy, so you're sitting in the middle and then you've got your two colleagues either side and you're speaking this brave. Where did this strategy come from? Where's it?
Because we did a lot of training on mediation, on how to mediate armed communities, and there was also the sense of urgency, because when you look, we did lots of conflict mapping of the country, and everything we did pointed us to this particular place. It's called Nakuru, the county of Nakuru, that the conflict hotspots, all of them are in Nakuru. The key conflict hotspots in the Rift Valley are in Nakuru. And we said we need to go to Nakuru and really, just face the lion. And
yeah, you did face the lion, big time.
Big time. And we were sitting with people whose names, they're big in a negative way. We knew that we are sitting with the real people, these people that they have, and when I started reading that document, I told them the reason we've come to sit with you is because you have the power to make war. That's the only reason we are sitting with you. Because if you have the power to make war, you therefore have the power to make peace. It really depends on you.
Absolutely.
And the story, I'm sure you know it, of the old man and the butterfly, the one who...
I've heard so many stories.
Yeah, this particular one.
I like the sound.
This particular one, there was this old man who was very wise. So he was reputed to be very wise. And this young boy decided to test how wise the old man was. So he had this butterfly in his hand, and he told the old man, "Now, tell me, is this butterfly dead or alive?" So you see, if the old man said it was alive, he would crush it, then it would die. If he said it was dead, then the boy wanted to let it go. So either way, the boy was planning to win. Then the old man told him, "You know something? It all depends on you." So it was that whole sense, that particular moment of watching those old men struggling with, will I be an elder who is entrusted with the community's values, or will I continue to be a warlord? That moment. And they sat there and you could see them struggling, and you could see them feeling like, and we told them, you are the people who determine who will be a member of parliament. You are the people, because you see the members of parliament come to them for blessings. And you are the people who determine whether the young men will go to war or not, because the young men don't have money. You are the people who tell them, "Look, I have these 500 shillings. If I give this to you, you can go and chop up a few people and teach the neighbors a lesson." You are the people. It all depends on you, like that butterfly.
That moment of transformation from the warlords to the peace lords. You spoke out how they felt about each other. What did that do within that room? What did that first moment of allowing them to recognize how they felt about each other, what did that do you believe?
What did that do to the people in the room, to those old people?
Yeah, to allow them to become the agents of peace in the end, rather than the agents of war.
I think it was just a moment where I kind of felt as if they were standing on a cliff and they saw that they could fall off the cliff. That for many years they'd been standing behind the scenes, pulling all the strings, but not seeing that they themselves could. Because we did so much talking before we got to that point, where we told them, you are supposed to be the custodians, you have failed. You have failed society, you failed yourself, you failed your children. Nobody can look up to you anymore. You need to take your rightful place once more and come back to where you used to be. When we talk about elders, There's so many proverbs in so many languages in Kenya that talk about the eldership, how being an elder is a very powerful thing. So we appealed to that in them. And you You just saw it, and it was very quiet for some time. You could feel the tension in that room was really, really, and there was one old man who was sitting on the left, and the veins on his forehead, I remember they were pulsing. You know?
Pulsing?
Yes,
Oh my
and
gosh.
looking at them, and then one of the old men broke the ice, and then he said, "Who would have thought that we would ever sit together?" So it kind of broke the ice.
Yes.
So, but then they didn't begin hugging each other and being happy and all that at that particular point. It became a very reflective session. A bit of finger pointing, but more reflective than finger pointing. So then after that, we arranged for them to go through traditional ritual where they shared, they ate together. You know, there's something about eating together that breaks enmity.
Yeah.
So, and in many places where we go, we begin with a meal. So when people are in conflict and they're not speaking to each other, we organize for a meal. And we ensure that the meal is a meal that you don't eat with a fork and a knife on your own. So it's food you share. You have to share and you use your hands. So there's something about reaching across to take a piece of ugali. There is some Kenyan food called ugali.
Is it?
That's completely tasteless, but
Is that right? Okay.
but it tastes nice when it's eaten with something else.
With something else.
So you know, you cook, you make it, and then all of you will reach together and take some of the food. So once you share a meal, something happens, something breaks between you when you've shared a meal with somebody. So it's usually a good way to begin a process.
That's brilliant.